Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, I have the great honor of interviewing the legendary Charles Haley. We all know him for his Super Bowl rings, but he's leaving a legacy right now in the nonprofit arena. He is the founder of Tackle Tomorrow. His story just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
So I got to Dallas in October of '92, and I was instantly spoiled because we started to go into Super Bowls, and we won 3 out of 4, and that would not have happened were it not for my next guest, Charles Haley, legendary NFL player, founder of Tackle Tomorrow. Thank you for coming on the show.
Jeff, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk a lot about your nonprofit in a minute, but I kind of want to set the stage. Your career is truly legendary. Does it seem like it was yesterday, or does it seem like a long time ago?
For me, I enjoy what I did, and it was a great experience. But that chapter has gone, and I'm a different person and doing different things.
Yeah, and he's a very humble guy. I know he doesn't want us to talk about his legendary NFL career, but I was so impressed with your Hall of Fame speech, and we can't run the whole thing, but let's run the first 2 minutes.
Thank you. I like to thank God for making this moment, making this a special moment for me. I like to also thank the class of 2015. You know, Mr. D, we were talking in the back, and I had this written down to tell that story that he just told. So now I got to change it, you know. But I like to thank Mr. D for these kind words, for stepping up to be the greatest owner that I ever played for. He was passionate. He was very passionate about his team. He's done so many great things for me. And I want to tell you one of the greatest things he did for me. He took me down to Pebble Beach, guys, to play golf. You know I don't know how to play golf, right? So I'm driving a golf cart around, and I drive the golf cart up on the green, okay? Eddie, Ronnie, Joe, all them guys, they laughing at me, okay? Some guy flying behind us going like, get off the green. I'm going like, what is he talking about? So I go to the next hole. I drive up on the green. And so then, you know, I said, man, if this guy comes and opens his mouth again, I'm gonna knock him out. Hey, so I started to turn around, then Eddie and them go, hey, you can't drive up on the green. I said, all the is green.
And now you have a golf tournament.
Hey, you know what? Hey, we have a golf tournament on the 9th, and we're on the 10th, we have a dinner on the 9th. We have a lot of Hall of Famers and NFL players coming in for both of those events, and that's our big fundraisers to raise money for Tackle Tomorrow.
Absolutely. Well, I want people to know your journey. literacy. Tell us about your childhood.
Well, I'm from Gladys, Virginia. Education was not something that they tried to put on us to our skills. If you wanted it, you had to really go after it. I don't remember one time, I don't remember one positive teacher that I ever had from elementary all the way to high school that ever encouraged me to do anything about education. I'm just blessed that James Madison came down my junior year and said I had a chance to go to college. And when I went to college, I was reading 2 or 3 grade levels behind. And I asked a lady at the Reading Writing Lab to help me, and she said she would help me, but she wouldn't write my papers. And the hardest thing I ever did in my life was to get my college degree. And I do mean the hardest thing, and I earned it. And so I gave James Madison my Hall of Fame bus because I want every kid to walk through that door to know it's not a right, but a privilege, and get your degree. So that's where the passion for me for Tackle Tomorrow come from, because in our neighborhoods, black and brown neighborhoods, kids are reading 2 to 3 grade levels behind. And that's how they build prisons. And so the schools that we serve, they won't be building in the prison for these kids because we have our feet planted in that community. And the thing that I've learned is that in order to build a child, you have to build a community. So we offer ESL classes, GED classes, and basic computer skills for the families, so that the kids will see the parents in school, and the parents they'll understand that we are there for the long haul. They're used to people coming in for one time and then for 6 months and gone. No, we've been there for years.
Wow. Okay, we're going to pull up your Tackle Tomorrow website, and that's tackletomorrow.com. Tell us about the organization. Who do you serve? How does it work?
Well, we serve, we got 9 schools in the South Dallas. We go into the poorest areas and worst schools, and we transform the schools into, I like to call it mini private schools. We bring in reading coaches to help the teachers teach, to take things off the table. We bring technology in. We build computer labs. We beautify the schools. We bring planners in. We give books to the kids twice a year for their library to have to read. The biggest thing that we've seen that really help us to get kids to learn is we have a Tackle Tomorrow store where kids get to earn bucks. And so if they meet certain goals reading, they get to earn bucks. They get to go into that store and buy a toy or a bike.
Wow.
They have saved their money up for it. And you see grades jumping. And the Dallas Cowboys, they're good enough to us to allow us to bring about 300 kids over to watch practice. Wow. So the thing I don't believe in is free. Everything you get, you have to earn. You have to earn whatever you get. And these kids understand what hard work is, what values are, right? And the other thing that I teach them is that mobility comes through education. And the parents, I tell them, do they want me to speak with my white education or my black education? But you know what? We're going to break through some things because you got to want something better for your kids than what you have. My mom wanted that. But, I got 4 brothers, 3 of them had scholarships. All four of us out of 5 had scholarships to go to college for free. Only one of us took it. So, when you fear something, you run away from it.
I know this is near and dear to your heart. I can just see your eyes light up when you talk about this. And you get a chance to meet some of these kids. Have you had some kids come back and thank you for everything that you're doing?
We deal with elementary kids only. We don't go to the high school. We go from pre-K to 2nd grade.
Okay.
And so we get to watch these kids grow. And by the time they get to 2nd grade, so then we do stuff with the middle schools. So we have all 3 elementary schools in the community and at middle school. So we're kind of helping that middle school upgrade, and we'll do what we got to do to help. Tackle Tomorrow is about tackling problems, and we're not about problems, we're about solutions. And we're solution-based, and we go in, there's no one to blame. The blame is, hey, let's get to work. Get our hands dirty, get to work.
You know, the common question is, you know, how do you want to be remembered? What do you want said at your eulogy? When they're memorializing you, you know, 50 years from now, do you want them to remember you for this?
I want, you know what? I want to be remembered as a man who made a lot of mistakes in his life, and God gave him a reprieve, and that he gave me an opportunity to help others. My mom beat that into us when we were growing up, and just like she did with Christ, and she said, one day you're going to let it out. So it's out. So I just want everybody to know that I lit the torch. It's if somebody else is going to have to take it when I pass, you know.
It's beautiful. We're going to show on your website some of the upcoming events. As we scroll down this, you mentioned the golf tournament and the Legends Dinner, and that's coming up. Let's remind them of the date, Charles.
The dinner is September 9th, and the golf tournament is September 10th. We still have 2 to 3 spots left. If you're interested, you can go on the website and get the information.
Outstanding. And there'll be other Hall of Famers there. You're going to meet some real celebrities, aren't they?
It should be about 20 to 25 Hall of Famers there, a ton of Cowboy players, a lot of the NFL players that live in Texas will be there. It's going to be a great time. We get, you know, the Legends Night, we get 3 or 4 guys up there on the panel. They get to talk. People get to ask questions. People get to mix and mingle. You know, Troy, Emmett, and Michael been showing up. You know, it's been special. You know, Dak comes.
Is that flattering to you that you're getting so much support from, you know, your former teammates and current Cowboys?
It's amazing to me because I was not a very nice person when I played, and I pushed people to new limits and new heights, and you know, and I held people accountable. So when you hold people accountable, they don't like you very much, and you know, I kind of push people too far sometimes, and I realized that now, but they, like I said, grace, they giving me their grace because they love me even though I was a butt.
Charles, you might be my favorite interview ever. I mean, the transparency, you're just real. God bless you. We're going to end with the website, which is tackletomorrow.com. The great Charles Haley. Thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, Jeff, thank you.
That's it for now. We'll see you next time.